Drink this amazing beverage for just 10 consecutive days to effectively achieve a noticeably flatter belly and efficiently burn away stubborn abdominal fat completely. If I told you that a simple 100% natural morning drink could help you reduce bloating and belly fat in just 10 days, would you believe me? This isn't just a passing trend, but a return to ancient wisdom, using 5 powerful ingredients that work in harmony with your body to boost your calorie burn. As it says in the Bible in Genesis 1:29, "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth." The earth offers us the best remedies, simple, accessible, and incredibly effective. For those who don't know me, my name is Joel Migovski. I'm a doctor, and if you want to schedule an appointment with me, the link is in the video description and also in the pinned comments. Just a reminder, folks, this drink helps, but it's not a miracle. So if you let me loosen my tie a bit. If you drink this, but keep eating poorly, staying sedentary, sleeping badly, drinking, smoking, and stressing out, you'll keep fighting an endless battle with the scale. So this drink does help. However, on its own, it's not enough to make you lose weight and get a flat stomach. If I told you otherwise, I'd be lying to you. And my role here isn't to lie, but to tell the truth. All right? That said, the first ingredient in the drink that's going to transform your health is warm water. Water at room temperature, not too hot, not too cold, acts as a natural vasodilator, relaxing the muscles of the digestive system, stimulating the release of digestive enzymes, improving nutrient absorption, reducing constipation and sluggish bowels, and calming both mind and body like an internal warm bath. Water is essential for your health, and especially for those of you struggling with your weight, because many times what you interpret as hunger is actually thirst. All right? And most people don't drink as much water as they should. The amount of water you should drink if you have no contraindications, that is, if you don't have severe kidney failure, serious kidney disease, or severe congestive heart failure, the amount of water you should drink is about 30 milliliters per kilogram of body weight per day. In other words, if you weigh 70 kilos, you multiply by 30 and you'll get 2,100, which is the amount in milliliters. So you take your weight, multiply it by 30, and that's the amount of water you should drink daily. So, do you drink that amount, or are you falling short when it comes to drinking water? Tell me in the chat, tell me in the comments how much water you drink, and also take the opportunity to tell me from which part of the world you watch me. I weigh about 80 kilos, so I have to drink at least 2,400 milliliters. But I drink 3 liters of water every day. And you, how much do you drink, and where are you? I'm here in Rio de Janeiro. Second ingredient, after water. It's an ingredient we've mentioned here several times, our beloved apple cider vinegar. I don't receive absolutely anything from any brand, okay? I have no conflict of interest. Now, the best apple cider vinegar for you to consume is apple cider vinegar that is organic, that is unfiltered. And then you'll see these particles here, okay? Unfiltered and also in a glass bottle. These are the 3 characteristics you should look for in your apple cider vinegar, which is rich in acetic acid, minerals, and enzymes that help slow down the absorption of sugar in the blood and control glycemic spikes. That's why apple cider vinegar is excellent for people with diabetes or prediabetes, because it's an ally in blood sugar control. Apple cider vinegar activates an enzyme called AMPK, which increases fat burning. Not to mention that it also promotes digestion, reduces bloating, helps release gastric acid and enzymes that keep the intestines clear, and also has antimicrobial properties, helping to strengthen your immune system, okay? Third ingredient, lemon juice. Rich in vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells. The natural acidity of lemon stimulates the production of digestive enzymes, reducing bloating and improving digestion. It also helps control blood sugar, and even though it's acidic, it actually has an alkalizing effect on your body. It balances pH and optimizes fat metabolism. That's our third ingredient. Now the fourth. I apologize because I only had this little piece of ginger here. A powerful root, rich in gingerols, which are antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds that help soothe the gut and muscles. Ginger stimulates circulation and gently speeds up metabolism, helping to reduce bloating and burn fat, also relieving nausea and discomfort, and promoting overall well-being. Fifth ingredient. But before that, I truly want to strongly warn you about this growing epidemic, this significant and concerning outbreak we currently have of the widespread use of those GLP-1 analogs, such as Ozempic and Mounjaro, which are becoming incredibly trendy and popular right now. They do indeed effectively stimulate substantial weight loss, primarily and mainly by powerfully suppressing appetite. So people who are using these particular medications tend to lose weight because they simply stop eating or eat considerably less. And when you stop eating, you will lose weight. But the weight you lose will be fat, obviously, but it will also be muscle. So these medications are drugs that need to be used with a lot of caution, okay? Anyone using these medications needs to maintain a diet rich in protein and keep exercising, otherwise you'll lose weight. Yes, you'll lose fat, but you'll also lose muscle. And this will be extremely harmful to that person's health in the short term, or even in the very short term, okay? Fifth ingredient, folks, cinnamon, which is rich in cinnamaldehydes, and just like apple cider vinegar, ginger, and lemon, also improves your insulin sensitivity, contributing to glycemic control and consequently helping to reduce the amount of stored fat. Cinnamon also contains antioxidants that reduce inflammation and protect your cells. Another interesting tip with cinnamon for those who love coffee and can't drink it without sugar or sweetener is to add cinnamon, because it will reduce your craving for sweets, right? It will fulfill the sweetening role that sugar or sweetener has in coffee. How do you make this drink, folks? Oh, doctor, I don't have all the ingredients. What should I do? Guys, that's not a problem. Each one of them on its own will also help you. Apple cider vinegar. We have several studies showing that in overweight patients, okay? In overweight patients, it helps burn fat. And this is a very common question from people who say, oh doctor, I'm already thin. Can I take apple cider vinegar or will I lose even more weight? The studies were conducted on overweight people, so the conclusion they reached in this study cannot be extrapolated to you, because if you are not overweight, there is no study showing that consuming apple cider vinegar by people of normal weight contributes to weight loss. We don't have that information. Now, obese people, overweight people who consume apple cider vinegar usually lose weight, okay? How should you take it? You will heat 1 to 2 cups of warm water, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, right? You can use the juice of half a lemon to make it easier, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a few slices of fresh ginger or half a teaspoon of grated ginger, and half a teaspoon, actually a quarter teaspoon of ground cinnamon, just a pinch. You should stir it well and drink it on an empty stomach in the morning or split it into 2 servings throughout the day. Do this for 10 consecutive days, take a 3-day break, and then resume if you want to. Remember that it's important to dilute it in water because pure apple cider vinegar can irritate the esophagus and damage tooth enamel. So it's a good idea to use a straw or rinse your mouth right after. If you are sensitive to any of these ingredients, if they make your heartburn worse or trigger gastritis or reflux attacks, be careful. And people with serious kidney problems also need to be careful with these remedies. Actually, not with these remedies, but with these ingredients, okay? So, it's not recommended, at least initially, for people with ulcers or with severe esophagitis or gastritis, severe cases, okay? Those who use anticoagulants like warfarin, also known as Marevan, need to be careful as well. And pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, and children should always consult a doctor first, okay? I know I'm a doctor, but this is not a medical consultation. I'm just providing information here. You shouldn't change what you're doing just because of what I'm saying here. Agreed? So folks, this drink really can help you burn fat. Now, as I mentioned, it's not a miracle worker. So if you are struggling with your weight, if you want to lose weight, if you want to get in shape, then you need to change your lifestyle because it was your lifestyle that got you to where you are now. If you're overweight, it's because you ate poorly, didn't exercise, slept badly, or are constantly stressed. So if you start eating well, begin exercising, start sleeping better, and stop stressing over everything, you'll start moving toward the goal you want to achieve. All right? So changing your lifestyle is more important than any medication, any drink, any tea, herb, or supplement. Let's take the example of bariatric surgery, for instance, right? That's a good example. People, obese people, go and have bariatric surgery with the goal of reducing the size of their stomach so they feel full more quickly. And by feeling full faster, they'll eat less. By eating less, that's fewer calories. You don't gain weight, you lose weight. Now, what happens if someone who had bariatric surgery, who had part of their stomach removed, keeps eating and stays sedentary? They'll gain all the weight back. The same thing happens to people who take Ozempic, Monjar, Wegovy, or any of these medications. Why? If you're using the medication during that period, okay, you ate less, you burned your fat, but after you stop using the medication, you won't use it forever. After you stop, if you go back to the habits you had before, the habits that led you to gain weight, that led you to being overweight and obese, the result will be the same. You will go back to being obese, you will go back to being overweight if you don't change your lifestyle, okay? That's why I always invite you to read my book, The Longevity Code, 101 Habits to Live Past 101 Years. Here, I have condensed, in a very practical and objective way, what I believe real medicine is. To me, real medicine is not the kind that only focuses on diagnosing diseases and treating them, often without curing them, as is the case with hypertension, diabetes, and high cholesterol, which is what usually happens. We make the diagnosis. We, doctors as a whole, make the diagnosis, but we don't know how to reverse the disease. We don't know how to make it so that the patient no longer needs to take medication. So we approach the problem the wrong way. Why is that? We frequently see obesity, we also see hypertension, and various forms of diabetes. And the primary cause of these significant diseases is precisely the person's daily lifestyle and established habits. And if we don't do anything to change those habits, the person will remain sick. So there's no point in taking medication if you don't change your habits. And changing your habits is the only chance you have to no longer need medication. Because if you've been diagnosed with hypertension, diabetes, or high cholesterol, and you don't do anything to change that situation, just keep taking medication, you'll be taking it forever, okay? Is that what you want? I don't think so. So by reading my book and putting into practice what is written here, you will have the opportunity to prevent, treat, and reverse diseases in a completely natural way, without doctors, without tests, and without medication, relying only on your willpower and determination to achieve your goal. To get the book is very simple. Just click the link in the description or the pinned comment and choose between the physical version, which costs $79.90 with free shipping throughout Brazil, or the digital version, which costs $39.90, okay? In addition, when you purchase the Longevity Code, you will also receive, if you want, a big discount on my second book, Secrets of Circulation, where I tell you about 50 foods to cleanse your veins and arteries, and 50 easy, practical, affordable, and tasty recipes for you to include these foods in your routine. The link is in the video description and also in the pinned comments. Guys, give this video a rating from 0 to 10. What did you think of this drink made with ingredients you have at home that I had at home? Lemon, cinnamon, ginger, apple cider vinegar, and water, which will help you burn body fat as long as it's combined with a lifestyle change, okay? Help me out here. Leave a like for this video. Give a thumbs up to help those people who don't have access to doctors, hospitals, or health insurance, so at least they can have access to quality information. If you're one of the 85% of regular viewers who aren't subscribed to the channel, I kindly ask you to subscribe, activate the notification bell, because otherwise soon YouTube will stop showing it to you. If YouTube stops sending notifications even to those who are subscribed and have the bell activated, imagine for you who aren't subscribed. So there's a good chance you'll never see me again in your life. That's why, if you enjoyed the content, subscribe and share this video with someone you love. Sharing health is an act of love. Send it on WhatsApp to the family group, the condo group, share it with everyone, okay? Follow the advice we give here on the channel. Read the book, The Longevity Code. The link is in the description and in the pinned comments. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this positive message, and don't go away. Stay with me because I want you to watch this video here, where I talk about an exercise that will help you get a flat stomach, and this video here, where I talk about oils that improve your circulation. See you in a bit.